In this video, we're going to talk about Ethereum about to break out from the resistance level, getting rejected yesterday, having a bearish SFP on the daily. Are we going to finally break through this, or are we going to crash lower like we had over here? Let's talk about it. What is up? Welcome to the Crypto FOMO, where we cover the hottest news in crypto. So it includes Ethereum analysis, Bitcoin, Cardano, Chainlink, Litecoin, VeChain, Polkadot, and everything that you need to FOMO into crypto the right way. So make sure to smash the like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you get the hottest news in crypto before everyone else. Hope you're enjoying your day. Ethereum is sideways on the day, up 8% on the week, roughly the same as BTC. BNB is up 10% on the week. Polkadot is up 16% on the week. And there's no big winners, I would say, besides Polkadot in the last week. Like, the market has overall just seen Bitcoin having beautiful rallies. We're starting to see Ethereum catch up to this. And we're also starting to see some very important reversal signs, by the way, for ETH BTC. I think this could be the moment where Bitcoin rally is over, and then we're going to see Ethereum rally, we're going to see altcoins rally, we're going to see alt season continue. I think there's a good chance that this is actually the point. So pretty important video to watch today. Now, first of all, we do have a bearish SFP on the daily here. This is something worth noting, that we did wick into this level over here and we got rejected. And this is pretty similar to what we had over here, where we pretty much wicked above this level and then we dropped, right? So this could be a temporary top before we actually have a drop. So I just wanted to point this out. This is a bearish SFP on the daily so far. Now, I am really bullish on ETH, and I think that dips are going to be shallow if they do come. So worst case scenario, I'm expecting something like this. Even over here, when we had this bearish SFP here, we wicked above and then we closed right back in, which is exactly what happened here. Pretty much we wicked above this level, you see it, we wicked above it, or pretty much just wicked that level, and then we closed right back below it. So the most bearish scenario I expect is really would be like a small drop. So if you look at what we had over here, we pretty much had a 9% drop, so I'd say like a 10% drop for Ethereum. Right, that could take us back to like $3,600, something like that. Oh no, going to zero. Right, so that's kind of like the bearish scenario, I would say, but that's something worth keeping in mind, that this could be a local top before for the next week or so before we continue higher. And at the same time, we do have this pattern, that's true. But notice how we're also closing right here. You can see that this daily candle, the body was pretty small, and then if we're going to close with a bullish engulfing candle on the day, I would say that's probably going to cancel the SFP, the bearishness of that, because a bullish engulfing candle on the lower time frames is a pretty bullish sign, and you do want to see a rejection. Like, for example, here you can see we had this bearish candle, and then after that we had another bearish candle, kind of like with a long wick to the outside, which is bearish. But if we're going to close with like a bullish engulfing candle, that's going to be a pretty bullish sign. So I'm watching today's candle to see where it's going to go. I'm also going to wait for the weekly close, which is actually happening in 16 hours from now. So pretty excited. Besides that, the market is pumping. We're in the bull market. We're going to the moon. Don't get caught off too much with the lower time frames. They are something to keep in mind, but they're not like super important. And you can see that Ethereum is still chugging along right now with the higher lows. Let's see if it's going to stay this way. I mean, for example, over here, you can see once we had that SFP, we actually started going down in this descending channel, right? So let's see if this is going to remain the case or no. So far, we're just chopping higher. There is some resistance. Like I said, we have this descending resistance line, $4,000, important level. Next time we were at $4,000, we got rejected from it pretty hard. So something worth noting, we actually dropped like 33% the last time we hit 4,000. Oh no, going to zero, right? Like the usual. So I'm not too concerned, but we might have a shallow dip here. Now, Ethereum versus Bitcoin is looking fantastic. It's starting to look very good, man. We had here this 5-month kind of like sideways action. We had the reversal sign on the daily, and now we're also seeing it on the 4-hour as well. So you have the yellow candle on the 4-hour and on the daily here, and we're starting to see those higher lows pop up. So pretty bullish signs. And usually when you have confluence of yellow reversal candles on 2 time frames, like the daily and the 4-hour, this is pretty strong, and this is a pretty good time to go long, in my humble opinion. You can see that we're closing a lot of green candles as well ever since we had this bottom over here, and we're just looks like we're reversing after touching this area. Pretty simple to how we over here, we went to this level and then we reversed, went to this level and then reversed. It would make sense that we went to this level again, revisited the trend line, and then we reversed again, right? So this is another level to watch out for. And if you're looking for a confirmation, I would wait for a breakout of this resistance line over here, which is currently at around 0.066 ETH BTC. We're currently at 0.064. So once we're going to break through that, I think that's going to sign that we have kind of like the bottom is in, we're going to rally, kind of like over here. We did have a big rally, and then over here, once we break through that, it's going to be bullish. And then over here, look at this resistance line, for example. You can see here, once we actually broke from this resistance line over here, this was actually a really good time to buy ETH versus Bitcoin. Then after that, we had a massive rally. Right, it doubled pretty much versus Bitcoin. So this is pretty bullish to watch for those trend lines break. I mean, look at the first time, not the first time, but look at 2017 when we broke that trend line. right, Ethereum went absolutely parabolic. So those are not coincidences. Those are trend lines that are worth watching. And obviously this is on the lower time frame, so the breakout's probably not going to be that massive, but it is something worth watching. Now, when you look at Bitcoin on the daily, we had a pump, and then so far we're just slowly bleeding. So you can see we're not consolidating, we're not holding like as strong as we did over here, but we're still holding pretty high. I mean, this over here is still the upper third of the pump, right? You can see here, this is the lower third, the middle third, and then this is like the upper third, right? We're still holding the upper third of the pump. The more time we're gonna spend here, the more bullish I'm gonna get. So let's see. This is kind of similar to what we had over here, where we pretty much consolidated in this sense, in this range for a few days. If that's gonna be the case, if we're just gonna continue painting a range here, that's gonna be pretty bullish, and I think we're gonna break higher. But if we're gonna start breaking from here to kind of like the middle third, then it's kind of, I'm less bullish on that case, right? I'm kind of like a little bit unsure, kind of uncertain. Let's see where it's going to go. If it's going to keep going sideways here, definitely bullish. And hey, man, you don't need to be a genius to see the Bitcoin's mega bullish right now. I mean, just look at this. It's just pumping in a straight line. Absolutely beautiful. Ethereum at the lower time frame is still in an uptrend. Still the Bollinger Bands are intact. Still green on every time frame. But still would want to watch for the bearish SFP. You can see we touched the top of the Bollinger Bands, and the last time we had the bearish SFP, same thing. We touched the top of the Bollinger Bands, and then we had that drop, right? So something worth noting that we might see a small drop if you compare the two. Ethereum versus Bitcoin starting to look very good. Like I said, the yellow candle on the daily, the 4-hour. This is looking like the bottom is in, if I had to guess. And then Bitcoin lower time frame still looking good as well, just cooling off after a massive rally. And then also next up, we got a very exciting game coming up called URFA, which is, they got here the explanation. This is Heroes of Might and Magic game type inspired economic social MMO game based on exploring and investigating the world, leveling up, choosing specializations, and increasing the strength of your company and your country. So they actually built an entire ecosystem inside the game. They got land sale that they're doing right now. They're selling a lot of land inside their metaverse, and they're actually selling parts of the world. So you can literally buy a part of Portugal, a part of the US, and you can do a bunch of cool things in it. So the globe consists of 350,000 hex land plots, which can be purchased as an NFT, and it's built on a Binance Smart Chain with the Earth token and the URFA land NFT. And they just really thought through how can we create like a virtual world, and you can see that there's a lot of thought that went into the game. It's actually very detailed. If you actually own pieces of land inside the game, you could actually earn employment tax, sales tax, company fees, company's revenue, and more. So they really thought about how do we create something very realistic that people could play, and this makes the game really fun. You could also see a gameplay trailer here sharing features in the game. You can actually own pieces of land, and you can see you have the university, the job center, the market. You have a few different types of characters that you can kind of choose to be. So you can actually choose to be here a businessman, you could be a scholar, you could be a fighter, you could actually conquer. Like there's a lot of really intricate things that you could do inside the game, and I think that smart people are really going to enjoy this game because it really starts to feel like the real world at some point because it's really in depth. So I thought this was really cool. They got some really strong backers. They recently completed their seed sale round. They got Momentum 6, Mars 4, X21, Terra Nova involved in this, so definitely A-list backers. You could also earn your salary in crypto by playing URFA, so it's play to earn. It's a real world simulation crypto-based game that has real player-driven economy, wars, and politics, so you could create different unions. And you can see here is explaining more about features of the game. Here is showing like different pieces of NFT land that you can actually buy, which are currently running out. I'm going to link to all of this below so you can check out more information about the land sale if you want to participate in this. Definitely recommend checking this out if you're interested in the game. And they have another page kind of like explaining how to participate. You need to fill here the survey. Where do you want to buy the land? Do you want to buy it in the US, Saudi Arabia, Vietnam, Philippines? Pretty cool to see this, and they really went deep with this. So I think they're really innovating in the play to earn space. And just they also have the doctrine page kind of sharing more about their ethos and all that. And I just love seeing this. I just love seeing the creativity that URFA has, and I think this is could be a big thing. I'm really excited about this. Some fun facts about the game: they already invested $2 million in creating this game, so they are very serious. They're committed. And yeah, I have a feeling this could be something big. So make sure to check it out. I'm going to link to it below. Make sure to check out the NFT land sale if you're interested, and their upcoming IDO we will cover details from as well. Now, when you look at liquidity right now for Ethereum, actually a lot of it is sitting above. So not only below, you can see we have some pretty big shorts that opened here around $4,000. And this is no surprise because, like I said, the last time we went to $4,000, we dropped 33%. So not surprised to see a lot of people shorting $4,000 right now, which is probably not the best thing to do because the market structure is so bullish. But if we are going to go lower, I would say the levels to watch out for, definitely 3,600. This is going to be a good level to buy the dip because there's a lot of longs waiting to be liquidated there. And then also when you look at liquidity for BTC, we have a lot of liquidity sitting at around $60,000. We're pretty much tapped a lot of that liquidity already. So I would say like a deeper correction would be like $58,000, but I'm not sure we're going to get it. The market right now is extremely greedy, which is kind of normal in a bull market, but something to be aware. We probably don't want to FOMO all in here. Funding rates across the board are positive as well, which is slightly bearish as people are FOMOing in right now. Maybe a little bit too hard. And then also congratulations to Rebake, sharing that they have their play to earn launchpad coming soon on Rebake PlayShare. So it's been some time since we last covered Rebake, and man, let me tell you, they've just kept building and building and building and crushing it. They're crowd building the Web 3.0 economy relentlessly, and they have their fair launch movement. So really love what they're doing, innovating the way that you build companies, protocols, DAOs, and really pushing the space forward. So I think that the way that we collaborate right now, create protocols, create just anything as people, as we organize, I think that's going to be disrupted with crypto and blockchain technology. And I think that Rebaked is at the center of this. And they're sharing here that they have a new generation of Web 3.0 projects built on Rebaked set to succeed. So they're sharing how they have the Rebaked Pioneers, Rebaked Build, Rebaked Crowd Hack, Rebaked PlayShare, and just a lot of cool things. I was really impressed with that. They're also launching on TrustPad in 9 days. So this is one of the most active IDO platforms, one of the best ROI platforms as well. I think they're like the second best ROI platforms that I've seen in the month of September. So Rebaked is definitely in a good place, and yeah, TrustPads are absolutely crushing it. You can see that their IDO is coming October 22nd, so make sure to check them out. And Rebake, keep up the great work. We're watching, we'll continue to cover. And then we got Jack Dorsey, Square, planning to build an open source Bitcoin mining system, trying to make Bitcoin more decentralized. And look, man, he's a maximalist, which is something I think is kind of dumb, but I respect him trying to innovate and do what he thinks best. And it's cool to see him trying to make Bitcoin more decentralized, and I think this is always an important thing. And also we got Guernsey regulator improving Jacoby asset management Bitcoin ETF launch. So it looks like there's something here happening in Europe as well. So it looks like Bitcoin ETFs are getting closer and closer, and it's only a matter of time until we're going to see one in the US, and very, very bullish for BTC in the crypto space. And I shared on Twitter, this is your daily reminder that you're living through the great crypto revolution that will go down in the history books, and you have a chance to take part in it. Wow. Just really grateful for this opportunity to be with you guys, to have you watching, to share projects with you, to invest in projects, to cover NFTs. Just really beautiful. I mean, just like 6 months ago, we talked about CryptoPunks, and since then they're like up, I think like 15x or something. Absolutely crazy. What a journey it has been, and still continue to be. And then also we got Sin City sharing that their IDO is actually happening right now. They're going to get listed today as well on Mexi Global after the IDO, so really in the next few hours. And they also launched their new website, which is now available. Become rich, become famous, become a kingpin, become a sinner, and join their Telegram. So you can see this is their website, your very own decentralized virtual world centered around a social play to earn empire building model and housing multiple gaming and gambling applications for an immersive experience. So very excited about this, how to survive and thrive in the Sin City metaverse. Really cool. We got also virtual casino gaming ecosystem. They got different land types as well, so it looks like there's going to be some NFTs involved in that too. This is owned privately by the individuals. You got private land, district lands, public roads, public land. So again, building a pretty in-depth metaverse with some really strong backers as well. And yeah, since I invested in them, like I think like a month and a half ago, they've really come a long way, and it's great to see them coming to life like this. Absolutely beautiful. And you can see they got metaverse, they got factions, and lots of cool things, hunt or be hunted, and more fun stuff. And then also we got Calio saying that he thinks that if you look at the Fibonacci level extensions of the 2017 bull market, if you look at the last move up, you can see the BTC, or excuse me, he's looking at Ethereum, had this massive rally here above $1,000. And he said that if you're actually going to compare that to 2017, this is pretty much calling for Bitcoin going to around $217,000. So again, if you look at a lot of things compared to the previous bull market, it really makes sense to see BTC at multiple 6 figures this year, even 150K, something like that. kind of makes a lot of sense. So if you look at the data, it's actually really bullish. And also we got Tetranote saying that he thinks that ETH could go from $3,900 into $100,000 by 2026. So in the next 5 years, we're going to see Ethereum pull another 25x from here. And I agree. I think we're going to see Ethereum at 6 figures and possibly multiple 6 figures. I really think Ethereum, we're just getting started, and I think yeah, the numbers are looking really bullish. And then also we got Minds of the Larnia sharing that registration for their Mining Apes NFT sale is now open. So go to mindsofthelarnia.com/mining-apes to participate in their NFT sale. You can check out the apes as well over here that they got inside the game. They look actually pretty dope. And also check out the gameplay from the game. I think it looks really fire, and I can't wait to play the game when it comes out. It also takes me back to my high school days, kind of playing similar games, and can't wait to play the game when it comes out and maybe rock some dope NFTs as well. So make sure to participate in this NFT sale. We saw several projects that do NFT sales that have actually absolutely crushed it in terms of ROI. So pretty bullish on this. And then also we got here Dr. Julian saying, I know people who sold Bitcoin at 35K to buy back at 25K, and here they are, Bitcoin at 60K, and they are still waiting, man. Sometimes in the bull market, you just gotta know how to FOMO into crypto the right way. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Much love. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, turn on notifications, share this video with a friend, and until next time, don't FOMO too fast.